competition. I don't know about to talk yet. That'll be the arena sound, so. Okay.
We're live.
Ready?
All right.
Is all three?
Woo!
Yes,
Good morning,
yes.
everyone.
Give it up.
Welcome to the first ever annual AMJRNC. That's the American Jump Rope National Championship. My name is Devin Meek.
And I'm Mike Fry, and we'll be your host for today's event. Over the past 2 days, athletes from around the country have been competing for the chance to qualify for today's Grand National Championship. What you'll see today is the best of competitive jump rope in the United States.
That's right, and Mike and I are going to be here all day to guide you through it. We want to make sure that everybody stays in the loop, not just in here, not just on our live stream, but we're going to be on social media all day as well. You can find us on Instagram at AMJRF. You can submit questions to us through our personal Instagrams at WeJumpRope and at Let's Jump LA. And if you want to share your content with us, for us to share with the world, make sure you use our hashtag AMJRNC2019.
All right, good luck to all of our athletes today. Let's have a great competition. Woo!
It's go time.
Ready, two? Is all two? Okay.
All right, good morning. We're starting our competition with our speed and power, single rope speed. This is heat number 1. In station number 1, let's welcome Tori from Jump Company.
If there's some backstage volume, we can't hear it.
Station number 2 will be Natalie from the Carey Super Skippers. Station number 3, Susanna from Jump Pro. Station number 4 is Cynthia from Carolina Jump Rope. Station number 5, Ellie from the Carey Super Skippers. And station number 6 is Hannah, HT High Flyers. All right, jumpers, here we go.
Take two. This is heat 1.
Single rope speed, 1 by 30. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
Tight, just get your whole shot. Tight shots, just Zach. Just give me any area. Just like far left, push in, tight. Hurry. You're not live.
10,
Ready, 2. There you go. Take 2. Justin, give me another section. Zach's still live. Now reverse it. Same shot. The far left.
20,
There you go. Ready, 2. Let's see, ready, 3, take 3. This spin shot is going to be just 30 seconds. So, yep, there you go, Zach. Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 1. I can you can reset.
All right, fantastic job.
All right, here we go. We just finished the female 1 by 30 single rope speed. Tori with an unofficial score of 100. We had Camille with a 98. Really close heat. I'd mentioned earlier that Tori actually won this event yesterday with a score of 100.5. And at last year's World Championships, Camille actually won the event with a score of 101.5. So we knew it was going to be pretty close. Tori took it today with a score of 100. She has been consistently fast, for about the last decade and a half. So yeah, now we're going into the male 30-second speed. Got Zach coming out today. He hit an unofficial score of 105 yesterday, just flying. He's somebody who we all sort of know for his freestyle and just, amazing skills and death-defying stunts, but he's definitely coming into his own as a speed jumper as well. He was pretty far out ahead in this event. I'm just going to check to see something. Yeah, Zach was way out ahead yesterday with a 103.5 actually was his final score, which was 9 jumps ahead of the second place finisher. So, we've got Graham in this heat. He is super fast. I believe he might have had a miss yesterday. But yeah, definitely the one to watch in this one is Zach. He is going to fly.
Single rope speed, 1 by 30. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
All right, here we go. Zach is looking pretty good. He's already a few jumps ahead. Wow. Zach at 30 right now. Yeah, he is 3 jumps ahead of Graham. Just blazing. Oh my gosh. All right, there's 60. Good, good. Graham's actually pretty close. All right, Zach with 2 quick misses. Okay, Graham just took the lead. Both around 90. It's going to be really close here. Oh, okay, unofficial scores, but they both tied at 103. Zach had 2 very quick mistakes, which may have just cost him the championship. So we'll see what those scores actually look like when they're official. But yeah, it looks like they're tied at 103. Graham was clean the whole way through, just super fast, no misses. A couple quick ones from Zach, but really great heat. We're going to be moving to our next event, which is 2x30 double unders. 2x30 double unders. Yeah, so we're just switching out our competitors. If you are listening at home and you have any questions for either me or Devin, you can send those in to our Instagram accounts. We'll both be checking those pretty regularly. I am at Let's Jump LA, and Devin is at We Jump Rope.
Hold on. Let me get Brian to come over. We'll tell him. Oh, stand by. Zach, excuse me. Justin, go head over to the interviews. Stand by.
All right.
Or can you just shoot from where you are. Just shoot from where you are.
I'm here with Cynthia from Carolina Jump Rope. Yeah, you just watched her run her 7 speed. So Cynthia, you were the first heat of today, the very first event for the very first AMJRNC, right?
Okay, you all there.
We're at a new venue, not the same venue we were at yesterday. Were you nervous for the new venue? Did it make you more excited? What's going on with that?
Well, walking in, you see the beginning, or like the, what is it, the foyer or whatever, and it's like really, really fancy. And walking in here, it's nothing like we've jumped in before, so I was very intimidated for sure. But actually getting up on the stage, when you're up there, the lights are in your eyes, and you can't really see the audience. So that was like very refreshing to me. I couldn't really see who was watching me, so I was put at ease when I went up there. But
You did great. Thanks so much. And one more question for you is, before any event, before any competition, many jumpers have their own ritual before they go out there and do their event. So since you were the very first person to go, you were probably the first to do your ritual. Do you have a ritual?
kind of, I'm sure many jumpers would agree with me, just go to the bathroom. Kind of starts everything off right. So, but besides that, just keep your body warm, stay focused.
What a great ritual. All right. Thank you very much, Cynthia. I think we're getting ready for our next event here. Thank you very much. Thanks, Cynthia.
All right, we just had a great interview with Cynthia Praisewater. She is definitely a jumper that's come up a lot since she first started. She's going to be competing in a bunch of the speed events this morning, and I believe a few freestyles as well, so keep an eye out for her. Yeah, we're going to be heading into our 2x30 double unders. I believe the athletes are coming out pretty soon.
Thank you.
Here we go. So something pretty interesting we noticed at this event, which was on Friday, Susanna and Zach, excuse me, led the event with a score of 173.5, but the rest of the field was incredibly close. So 2nd through 7th place, all within 2 jumps of each other, which for a speed event, that's very close. We also had several misses, even with that top group of Susanna and Zach. So super close field. It really could be anybody's game. It's really going to be about who's consistent. This is an event, too, where misses are a little bit harder to recover from than in speed jumping. So one miss from any one of these groups could end up costing them first place. Yeah, so again, Susanna and Zach did lead, but it's not theirs by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, anytime you have Tori and Graham jumping together in an event, it could go any way, really.
Single rope speed, 2 by 30. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
All right, off to a really strong start. Tori is flying. Looks like she is leading right now. Just hit 30. Yep, Susanna's a couple doubles behind. Yep, it looks like super skippers are also doing really well with a 60. Yeah, okay, so Tori is only right now a couple, maybe 2 doubles ahead of that super skippers group.
Switch.
Quick miss from Tori. All right, switching over to Graham. All right, it's going to be really close, and Zach really crushes these doubles.
10.
Okay, miss from Zach. It's going to be really close. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be Carolina or super skippers. Okay, very nice. Yeah, so right now, Tori and Graham with a 185. That's an unofficial score. We actually do have one more heat of this. This was an event where there were a couple ties, so we've got 3 more groups coming out. So they have not won the event yet. Yeah, great heat. That's definitely one where the misses are going to hurt you.
Moving on to heat number 4. In station number 1, we have Lauren and Ellie from the Gary Super Skipper. Station number 2, let's welcome Aaliyah and Kennedy from Hop, Skip, Jump. And station number 3, we have Abigail and Cecilia from Jump Company USA.
It's always great to see some of the younger competitors just really moving up and stepping into the challenge of a championship like this. So definitely those first 2 groups in 1 and 2, super skippers and hop, skip, jump. They're pretty young competitors, but just really did a great job on day 1.
Single rope speed, 2 by 30. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
Scores all pretty close right now. Looks like station 1 is a little bit ahead. Yeah, 1 or 2 doubles ahead for station 1.
20.
And that is Lauren Ellis jumping right now.
Switch.
Yeah, great start. Okay. So we just switched over to Ellie Kim in station 1. And yeah, they've got a pretty strong lead right now.
10. 20.
good. Keep it up. Come on. All right, great. 180. So it looks like Graham and Tori will take that event with a 185, but not too far behind were Lauren and Ellie.
Hello, check. All right, Devin here again. I'm here with two of the Comet skippers. Their names are,
I'm Ryan Rogers.
I'm Zoe Moore.
and they've been competing here all weekend long, okay? How old are you two?
I am almost 13 years old.
I am currently 13 years old.
Alrighty. So, as a part of the Comet skippers, right, do you train with the whole team together?
Yes, we do, and they've all worked very hard, and I'm super proud of everyone.
Aww. So, do you have any teammates here today competing at Grand Nationals?
Dylan, yeah, he's worked really hard. He deserves to be here.
Yes, Brooke Hall, which he's doing double Dutch fours, and Adam Hill, which he just did 1x30 speed.
That's very exciting stuff, especially for your teammates. So when I was your age, it was almost just as special to me to watch Grand Nationals as it was to compete in it, since you get to see all the top athletes in the nation show off all their hard work that they've been doing all year. Is there any events in particular today that you're really excited to watch?
I am excited to watch single ropes, freestyle, because I think everyone has their own creative ideas, and it'll be really cool to watch everyone.
Single rope freestyle and 3-minute speed are the two that I would like to see because they can be very interesting to watch, especially 3-minute speed, because you can tell by the different facial expressions that people can have. And for single rope, like Ryan said, you have your own creative ideas and you came up with your own routine that you can show to everyone here.
Do you have a 3-minute speed face? You don't have to share if you don't want to.
It's definitely very serious and focused and tired, but
For all those of you out there who don't know what 3-minute speed is, it's coming up very soon. 3-minute speed is actually an event where the jumper will jump for the entire 3 minutes, and they're going to count the score based on their right foot as they're jumping, just like this. So, as you can tell, if you tried to jump rope before, jumping for 1 minute feels like 1 hour. Jumping for 3 minutes feels like 3 weeks. So, we will get to see plenty of 3-minute speed faces today. Any other events you're really excited for today? Yeah.
single rope team freestyle with the music and all 4 of the people doing a routine that's synchronized.
That's right, we have some cool stuff today. So normally in our competition, we've been jumping without music. Only single rope team freestyle has had music so far. Today at Grand Nationals, everybody's gonna have music for all of their routines. So we get to see an extra element of musicality that we didn't get to see the last few days. All right, thank you both very much. You guys did great. I'm excited to watch the rest of the competition with you. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was a great interview. It's always great to see the younger jumpers being so supportive of the rest of their teammates. And yeah, those are going to be some interesting jumpers to kind of follow as they develop in the sport. Definitely really passionate about 3-minute speed. We are going to be switching into single rope speed relay. This is a 4x30, 4 jumpers per team. They're each jumping for 30 seconds. This is sort of like a, like a 4x100 in track and field. And it's just the fastest people you can put together, each going for 30 seconds. If you're new to the sport and sort of unsure of how the speed is even counted, so our athletes go so fast that it's really impossible to try to count every single jump, every single rotation of the rope. So we only count the right foot. So every time that right foot comes down, we're counting that as 1 jump. At the end of the event, we'll double the score for a total number of jumps that the group did. So in this heat, we've got Carolina jump rope. We've got Cary Super Skippers in Station 2. We've got Hot Shots Tennessee, HT High Flyers. They're out of Pennsylvania. We've got the Cary Super Skippers from right here in town, and the Comet Skippers from Ohio. Carolina jump rope really sort of ran away with this event 2 days ago on Friday in the prelims. But we've got some really fast jumpers, especially out of Station 2. Camille Andrea, Renee, and Lauren have been really, really fast throughout this entire competition. So, but yeah, you're going to want to look for really quick starts. The timing track is going to say judges ready, jumpers ready, set, go. And as soon as you hear that go, as soon as you hear that beep, you've got to start going immediately. And you're also going to want to watch for really quick switches. So as soon as switch is called, that first jumper needs to stop jumping, and we go on to the second one.
Single rope speed, 4 by 30. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
All right, we're off. It's never a bad idea to start off a speed relay with Tori Bogg. She is one of the fastest jumpers in the country, one of the fastest jumpers in the world. And yep, they are out to a pretty good lead right now. Not too far ahead of Station 2, that Super Skippers group. Yeah, a couple jumps ahead. You know, there's 4 people in this group, so it really could go any way. There's 90 for that first group, about 4 jumps ahead of Station 2. All right, we're switching off to Noah in Station 1. Yep, and they are pulling ahead. Carolina Jump Rope is definitely pulling to the front right now. It's 150. So Carolina Jump Rope is actually made up of jumpers from a couple different teams. You've got Noah Mancuso and Tori Boggs, who are both from Jump Company USA. And you've got Cynthia Praisewater and Graham Booth, who are both originally from, I believe, Cary Super Skippers. But they were able to come together and do a lot of these events jointly. It's another kind of great thing about the sport. Yeah, really commanding lead for Carolina Jump Rope right now. They just hit 240. Yep, so they are so they're about 15 jumps ahead of the second place group, it looks like. So we're looking for a score around 400. That would be pretty solid. That would mean each jumper is averaging around 100 jumps. They're a little bit shy of that right now, but Graham is very fast. So we'll see how close they can get to that 400. Now, all of these jumpers on Carolina Jump Rope are in college or outside of college. And I believe the rest of the field are middle school, high school, maybe some heading into college. About 50, okay, 387, unofficial score, but pretty significantly ahead, 17 jumps ahead of the next group. Yeah, about 33 jumps ahead of the next group after that. So they will be taking that event. If you are listening at home, if you have any questions for myself, my co-host Devin Meek right now is handling some of the interviews. But if you have any questions, please send those in to our social media handles. You can follow us at AMJRF, and then we'll each also be answering questions and taking questions on our individual social media accounts. I am at Let's Jump LA, and Devin is at We Jump Rope. But yeah, we want to hear from you guys. If you have questions about the event, questions about competitive jump rope, anything like that, anything that you are confused about or really interested in, we always love feedback from people watching at home. So.
All right. Devin here again with 2 more Comet Skippers, 2 that you just saw compete. Very nice job, boys. So can you tell everybody what your name is?
My name's Brandon.
And I am Adam.
All right. And they totally rocked it. So how long have you been jump roping?
I've been jumping for 9 years.
And 9 years.
Were you competing all 9 of those years?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you first find out about competitive jump rope?
I saw it in a show 10 years ago at a volleyball game.
I walked into practice one day, and they were doing a group routine, and I was like, oh my God. That was the coolest thing I ever saw, and I think from that day on, I've been a jump roper, so.
You walked into practice before you were on the team?
Yeah, well, so my mom, she found out about the practice and was like, hey, you're never not moving, so you should try jump rope. And I was like, what's that? And so we went, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
All right. And so I have another question. You guys totally rocked your 30 seconds. So how do you train for these 30 seconds?
A lot of 3-minute. You do longer periods of time, and just over and over again.
We do a great thing with our whole team where we get into circles, and inside's really, really fast, not as fast as our younger kids, and we just go over and over again, 30 seconds and we trade off with conditioning stuff. And so it's a great one to do for 30 seconds because then you're exhausted and you're still doing more speed.
That's awesome. So how do you support your teammates? Do your teammates support you? Especially in an event with these 4 people, do you train together often or is this all solo?
We always train as a group, supporting each other, always cheering each other on. You'll always hear they're the loudest out there. Yeah.
100% always support. I think that's the thing we all say we love the most about our Comets, is that no matter who's going, even if it's not even our team, you can always hear us cheering. So
That's a very special thing that jump rope has. You'll see it all day. No matter which team is on the floor, everybody in the auditorium is going to be cheering for them. So thank you very much, boys. You guys were great, and I'll let you go warm up for your next events. Great job.
Man, those comments are so supportive. I love seeing that. We're going to be moving on to Double Dutch Speed Relay 4x30. This is a newer event, and it's really, really sort of interesting. It's kind of mirroring the 4x30 single rope speed relay, but the switches in this event are so, so key. So each jumper only has 30 seconds, and if you've ever jumped Double Dutch Speed before, you know every single miss costs you, potentially at the speed you're going, could cost you anywhere from 3 or 4 jumps to like 10, 12 jumps. So literally just 30 seconds in the ropes, you need a quick switch, flawless switch, and then just go as fast as possible. But yeah, watching this event on, I believe it was on Saturday, yesterday, just really, really cool to see how fast they were able to go. I think Carolina Jump Rope had a plus 400 score, which is really kind of crazy, considering all those switches. All right, teams are taking the floor. We've got Carry Super Skippers. This group has been really fast all competition. Single rope speed events, double dutch speed events, everything. We'll see some freestyles from them a little bit later on. Yeah, we've got 2 Carry Super Skippers in this group. Shout out to Carry Super Skippers. They just celebrated their 25th anniversary of the team. All right, we've got Albuquerque Air coming out onto the floor. Yeah, this group was so impressive to watch when they competed in the prelims. They were clean. I don't think they had a single mistake. But this event really, all of these groups are fast. So it's really just about who can hit it right now. I think for me what makes it even more impressive is like this group doesn't have a chance to really train together that much throughout the year. So Graham and Noah are both at, oh gosh, I think they're at UNC. Hope that is right. Mary Garvin and Cynthia.
Single rope speed.
Cynthia's at UNC. Mary Garvin is not. So they haven't had much time to really work on this, but just so impressive in the prelims. Let's see what they can do today. Yeah, so you see how much that one miss from the Carry Super Skippers group cost them. And there's another one, yeah, that really is going to hurt them. Yeah, Graham, obviously flying, one of the fastest guys in the country. Yep, pretty far ahead right now. That miss, though, it just opens everything up for anyone to catch up. Okay, that 97. Oh, we got a 95 over in the corner from Carry Super Skippers. So it's really going to be about misses. So the next miss you see, I want you to look at how many jumps go by for the other groups. Yeah, it's hard to count, but that's at least 10 jumps that you're missing out on potentially with every miss. Noah just so smooth, so consistent. Look at the turners though. They are stable. You got the feet apart, kind of sitting into it.
Switch.
And the switches, goodness gracious. So yeah, Carolina jump rope is ahead by a pretty significant margin right now. Just hit 240. Next group it looks like is 223. So yeah, about 17 ahead of the rest of the field. Mary Garvin just crushing it. Mary Garvin was a teammate of Tori Boggs, Jump Company USA out of West Virginia. Yeah. Let's go. All right, finish it off with Cynthia. Let's go, Cynthia. Spencer DeTenley over in the corner, also very fast. Very tall for like a fast speed jumper. Although in double Dutch speed, it's not, you know, a huge deal. Yeah, and it looks like the skip track is off for that station. Okay, yeah, but 391. So a little bit lower for Carolina jump rope than they hit in the prelims. I believe they got like a 405 in prelims. 391 unofficial score. They did have a couple mistakes. You always want to see groups hit stuff clean and then just see where the chips sort of fall. But even with those misses, 391, that's really good. Just for a little bit more context, the jumpers are hitting about 7 to 8 jumps per second. So just sit with that, kind of wrap your head around how fast that is. It is very fast. My co-host, Devin Meek, is handling a bunch of the interviews. So right now he is down on the floor. He's going to be talking with Albuquerque Air.
All right, all right. Devin here again. I'm going to talk for just a second to give them a second to breathe, but great job, girls. We're here at the AMJRNC 2019, and we just finished up the Double Dutch 4x30 event, okay? So are you girls ready? You feeling good? All right. So what team are you from?
We're from Albuquerque Air Jump Rope in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And do you know how many jumpers from your team are here at this competition?
There's 10, but there's only us 4 competing in grands today.
Well, congratulations. You guys did great. Can I have everybody's name also?
I'm Charlie.
I'm Brennan. I'm Savannah. I'm Eliana.
And how old are you?
I'm 15. 15.
15. I'm 11.
Wow. 11 years old? So you're the boss? Yeah? Okay. So how long have you 4 specifically been jumping together?
Let's see. Brennan, Savannah, and I have been jumping together for about like 5 or 6 years, and then Eliana, this is like her 2 months with this event, like as a team.
Only 2 months you've been training this event? Wow. And is this your first Grand Nationals?
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Your first Grand Nationals, you were only training for 2 months. During those 2 months, do you train with only you 4? Do you switch out with your team members? How does that work?
We train with only us 4 so that we can really get a feel for the turners and jumpers, like with each other. And it's pretty like intensive, I guess you could say. It's a lot of timed events over and over and over, and a lot of just like 25, 50, 75, get it perfect, or you start over again.
So how often do you get it perfect?
All the time. Every single time we do it. Every single time is perfect.
All right, well, that hard work is surely paying off. All right. Are you doing any other events today?
We have double dutch, pairs, yes, wait. I forgot what it was called. Double dutch pairs freestyle.
And is that the same group here today?
Yes.
That's awesome. So how do you decide who is going to jump first, who's going to jump last for your double dutch speed? Is there any strategy to that?
No, we kind of just did whatever until we found something that kind of stuck, and we trained with that for the rest of the time that we did train this event. So like, yeah.
All right, thanks. And your coaches, do they lead you in the practice, or is this mostly a gung-ho, we choose what we do kind of thing?
They lead us in the practice, and then we have a little bit more freedom, like while we're practicing the events. So if we think we need to work on turning a little bit more, we'll tell them, and they'll say work on turning. Or if we think we need to jump a little bit more, we'll say we need to jump more, and they'll say do it.
So during your freestyle, right, and that routine is something that you 4 made together, yeah? Yeah. Which do you have any inspiration that you pulled for that routine, whether it's from other jumpers, from other sports, from anything?
I mean, obviously, we've watched like Zach and Tori and all the crazy good people jumping. We've tried to copy their stuff. We're not too great at it, but we kind of got it, you know? And then we pull from gymnastics a lot to add cartwheels and stuff with the best form that we possibly can do it in. And that's pretty much it.
That was actually going to be my next question. I saw them competing this week. They had very, very nice form on all their gymnastic skills. And I'm very excited to see what you have for your four-person freestyle. Great job on speed today.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Devin Meek bringing the personality once again. Just a great guy. Look at him down there. Also got
say welcome. Hope everybody's having a great time. Takes a lot of work to put something like this on, and so we appreciate you coming out and appreciate all the effort that all the volunteers put into the event.
Thanks, Tom. Are you leaving already? I have to ask about your freestyle. That's all right. Coming up next we have some more double-edged speed for you, and I'm very excited to see what goes on.
All right, here we are. We're back. Shout out to Tom LaVecchia. Tom is the dad of LJ LaVecchia, who is a legend in the sport. He is not here today. He is actually doing an eight-month tour with Lee Reisig, another legend, and they're jumping on a cruise line for Cirque du Soleil. So it's been really cool over the last, I want to say maybe 5 or 10 years, just seeing athletes in our sport sort of venturing off from the sport and pursuing other, other avenues. So Cirque du Soleil has been a huge goal for a lot of jumpers. Lee has been super involved in making that happen for himself and for his team flight crew. So yeah, really shout out to LJ and Lee for what they're doing right now. We wish they were here, but they cannot be here today. We are going to go on to the next event, which is 1x60 double Dutch speed. This one is really about, you've got specialized turners and specialized jumpers. So you can, to do well in this event, you don't have to be a fast jumper. To do well in this event, you don't have to be a great turner. You just have to have one of those skill sets. It always helps to be a little bit more well-rounded, but this is really just about great turners, strong, powerful, balanced turners, and a really just all-out speed jumper. And just looking over who we've got in this, we've got Carolina Jump Rope. They've consistently been in, I think, every single speed event this morning. Carolina Jump Rope, we've got Jump Company USA. We've got 3 Carry Super Skippers groups and Hop, Skip, Jump. Yeah, prelims, Carolina Jump Rope, unofficial score. Let me check this. Carolina Jump Rope with an unofficial score of 2:08, which is really fast. They're jumping for 1 minute only. 2:08, that's only counting the right foot, so you double that. That's a 4:16. But again, as we mentioned with the 4x30 double Dutch speed, it's really all about misses. Carolina did have a couple misses in their 4x30, but they were so fast that it didn't make a huge difference. So I think today, to see them sort of fall out of that first place, it's going to take a couple jumps or a couple misses and completely clean runs from everybody else. Station 3 with Renee Ellis. She was really fast in prelims. Renee is a part of the Ellis family. That actually, jump rope really runs in their family. I believe the coach here this weekend is Marty Ellis, I want to say. And then they've got three of the Ellis sisters, Renee, Camille, and Lauren. Lauren is the youngest right now, but so powerful. We will see her in a couple freestyles coming up. She's actually on the stage right now in Station 6. And it looks like she will be jumping in Station 6. All right, here we go. Let's go, guys.
Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
All right, quick entrances from everybody, but a mistake from Jump Company. That's really going to hurt them. They may be able to catch up. All right, Noah jumping this event for Carolina Jump Rope. And okay, it's actually looking pretty close right now. It's okay, yeah. Okay, very close with Carolina and let's see, which two groups are those? Yeah. Okay, super close. We got 100 and then 100 over there. Yeah, Carolina and Carey YMCA super close. 140 for Carolina, 140 for Super Skippers. Just a couple jumps behind. It's gonna be really close. If Carolina misses at any point, it's probably over. And Carey would take the lead. So if they can keep it clean, I think they got it. It's really close, 190 and 190 for Carey. So just keep it clean, hit the 200 mark. Okay, very nice. So, I mean, flawless from both of those two groups, 213 for Carolina jump rope. So beat the score from prelims by 5 jumps. Had they had, honestly, one miss, and they would have lost it. But you see what it took from YMCA just to even be in contention. They were completely clean and still came up short by a few jumps. Carey actually tied Carolina jump rope score from prelims. It was just that Carolina jump rope was faster today. But yeah, really strong start to the day from Carolina jump rope. But a lot of these speeds are going to be like 1-2 with Carolina and YMCA Super Skippers.
All right. I'm Devin, I'm back, and I'm here with Tori Boggs, everyone. Whew. So Tori, how old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
And how long have you been jumping?
Well, I've been jumping for about 20 years. Yeah.
And so Tori, I've seen you at tournaments growing up, I see you at tournaments now, and I've seen you in about 100 different t-shirts. What teams are you a part of?
Right now, I'm sporting Ohio State jump rope wear. So this is my university, and I'm really proud of OSU, so I want to make sure that they get repped as many places I go. I love the opportunity to jump with as many people as possible as well. I've been fortunate to be able to jump with people across the world, and everyone's always so welcoming with open arms, so I've loved to embrace jumping with new teams and learning about new cultures and new styles and how people work in jump rope.
Great. And I know you did a lot of work in creating Ohio State jump rope. I just have some questions, especially for the viewers out there who are just seeing jump rope competitions for the first time. Is there a school version of this?
Yeah, for sure. That's actually, and when you get Noah over here, he'll be a big part of that. We've worked really hard to get the collegiate jump rope scene going. So Ohio State, I'm really proud. I have to brag that we were the first team, but Stanford, UNC, we have these programs, and now you can go to school and you can jump rope, and we're on our way to getting it as high of a level of a sport in college athletics as possible. So look out, especially you guys in high school, like go to a school. If you don't have jump rope at that school, that does not mean that you can't bring jump rope to that school. It's an amazing opportunity, and you have all of us here to help you. We will do whatever we can to help you get that program started, or target a school that has a program, help it grow. That's what our goal is in jump rope, is to get it as many places as possible. We need each and every one of you to do that.
Thanks, Tori. That was awesome. Next, I have actually 3 members of Carolina Jump Rope who's going to come over here, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. AMJRF is actually doing a whole lot of things to help out start new teams, especially with colleges. So if I wanted to start my own college team, where could I go?
Yeah, so the first thing you want to do, it's pretty college specific, so each school you attend has different curriculum, different requirements. So if you just look at any university rule book and see what it is to start a team, you usually have to have 5 to 10 members, get some teacher or professor recommendations, and create some bylaws. And with the National Collegiate Council that we started, we have a lot of that material ready for people, so they can just log in their school name, put whatever extra requirements they have, and they're good to go.
That's incredible. And so for all those out there who don't know you 3, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Mary Garvin, and I'm from Jump Company USA in West Virginia, and I go to school at Marshall University in West Virginia, and I'm jump roping with Carolina Jump Rope this summer.
I'm Noah Mancuso. I was also on Jump Company. I just graduated from Carolina and helped start Carolina Jump Rope.
I'm Graham. I'm originally from the Cary Super Skippers in Cary, North Carolina. I also go to UNC Chapel Hill. I'll be a rising senior this year, and have been with Carolina Jump Rope for the past 3 years.
That's great. So there's another interesting point there. All 3 of you are not from the same place. What brought you together? How long have you been jumping together?
Well, Noah and I have been jumping together for many years now. We're from the same home team, but we just recently started jumping with Graham, and I just started jumping with the two of them like a month ago.
1 month ago? Yes. So you've been training very hard during that month, yeah?
Yeah, they are pushing my butt.
Are you doing any other events together today?
We're doing a double Dutch pairs mat together and a wheel.
We have some double Dutch threes as well.
Thank you very much. And I have one more question for Noah here. Is it true that you are the Superman Cuso?
It is true. Catch me by night, Superman Cuso.
All right, thank you very much, Carolina Jump Rope. Yep. Just a reminder, you can find all of their material online at www.amjrf.com. All right.
It is just so cool to hear about everything going on with college jump rope. Traditionally, when you finish high school, most of the jumpers in the sport will just stop jumping. It gets really hard to jump in college. There's not a lot of people who jump rope, just period, in the country. So it's very unlikely that you go to college and there's even one other jump roper there, let alone enough to start a team. But you've had people that have really pioneered this movement. People like Tory Boggs with Ohio State jump rope. You've got Stuart Isaacs with Stanford University. You've got Carolina jump rope with Graham and Noah, and it's really, really cool just to see that they've taken those steps to make jumping opportunities more available for high school jumpers moving into college. We're going on to 3-minute speed right now. This is one of my favorite events to watch. A lot of people get bored watching it, but I think it's one of the most exciting events to watch. We've got 2 people competing it today. That is Cynthia Praisewater from Carolina Jump Rope and Zach Tomlinson from Jump Rope. So this is one of 2 events where athletes can elect to keep their score from prelims and not recompete the event. So as you can see, only one of the male competitors and one of the female competitors chose to recompete. Zach, I'm not sure of his score in prelims, but it looks like he wants to, obviously he's re-jumping in here today, so it was probably a score that he wanted to try to beat. He's also just a really fierce competitor, so it's possible he got a really great score and just wants to try it again here. And then we've got Cynthia Praisewater. She is Carolina Jump Rope. She's cooking over there. Both looking really good. But just one of the most grueling events. 30-second speed, it's a sprint. It's done in 30 seconds. The double Dutch speed events, it's really just legs if you're jumping and just arms if you're turning. But this is one event where legs and arms, and honestly it becomes your whole body needs to stay just so strong the entire time. Usually getting through that first minute is not too challenging, although with the speeds that they're going right now, Zach's actually only a couple jumps ahead of Cynthia. The speeds that they're going right now are definitely faster than anything that I have ever jumped, so it's possible they're feeling it already. I know for most jumpers, usually around the 2-minute and 2-minute 15 mark is super, super hard. Those last 30, obviously, last 15 are really, really hard.
1 minute 30.
But yeah, Zach is cooking over there. So is Cynthia. Oh my gosh. Misses in this event are really hard to recover from. They drain you so much more than a miss in a shorter event.
1 minute 45.
I was just talking to Zach actually before the live stream started, and he said he really only trains this 3-minute event with a beaded rope. 30 seconds, he's training a lot more intensely, and he uses his speed rope for it. But when he's training 3-minute speed, he's just using his beaded rope, which is a pretty bold approach. Definitely a way to strengthen those arms, though. Man, they're both just crushing it. The benchmark that everyone's kind of aiming for in 3-minute speed is right around 500. That's a very hard score to hit. I'm not sure if anyone's going to get that today, but we'll see. Okay, a miss from Zach right there. We'll see how close they can get. Again, just so challenging. It's such a grueling event. You have a rope drop, that's really hard to recover from. Mentally very draining, as well as obviously the physical. Zach also told me he trains for this event at 1 in the morning.
2 minutes 45.
Okay, 2:45, last 15 seconds, let's go. This is where you really got to turn it on. They're both going to break, it looks like 450. Yeah, Zach passed 450. Cynthia's coming up on 450. Let's see if she can hit it. Come on. Let's finish it strong. Come on. Okay. So 451 for Cynthia, 464 for Zach. Probably a little bit lower than they were hoping to hit today, but they each did have a couple misses. And those misses just pull the life out of you. If you have never done 3-minute speed, if you're somebody watching and listening at home and you've never actually tried to jump speed for 3 minutes, I challenge you to try to do it. It is one of the most challenging things you will ever do in any sport, in any type of exercise, any discipline. Pick up a rope, whether it's beaded or speed, and just go for 3 minutes as fast as you can. This is not a light jog, it's not a warm-up. As fast as you can. Looks like we're gonna head over to another interview with Devin Meek, and we've got, yeah, he's gonna be interviewing Andrew. But that actually concludes our speed for the morning. Speed goes by so quickly.
Hi, Devin again. I'm here this time with Andre. Andre is from World Jump Rope and the IJRU Technical Committee. So Andre, let's start off. What is IJRU?
Yeah, thanks for having me here, by the way. So IJRU is the merger of the two large international rope skipping and jump rope organizations. So FISAC, IRSF, and the World Jump Federation have merged under the International Jump Rope Union. So we're really excited to be competing together around the world under the same rules, under the same roof. So it's going to be an exciting time for us.
Right, and I understand that both of these organizations are fairly different in their rule book and their style of jumping. And what has IJRU put together to combat that?
So we got a lot of people involved from both organizations, and we really try to understand the spirit of the rules, right? Like what did each organization do well and what can we learn from each other? We spend a lot of time talking to each other and listening, right? So I think what you'll find when you look at the rules is we tried to keep the best parts of both and embrace the traditions and the differences that both organizations had and carried forward into a new vision of their open skipping in the future that allows other types of disciplines to develop as well, right? We don't want to be exclusive. We want to include more people and more types of sport.
That's great. And we're here at the AMJRF competition, and there's going to be more, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we're excited to be working with AMJRF. They're our national governing body, or NGB, in the United States. So that's an important role for us. Under the IGRU model, it's a little more formal than what we've had in the past under World Jump Rope, right? So there's kind of a qualification process for countries to get there. So we rely on our national governing bodies to manage and run that in their countries. So yeah, that's an important partnership with AMJRF to build the sport and develop it in the United States.
And I know there's a lot of talk about a Team USA that's going to be attending IJRU. Is there anything that you'd like to touch on about the qualification process or a national leaderboard, anything like that?
Yeah, and that's really AMJRF's decision on how to do. You know, we try to let the countries do what's best for them. Some countries already have a formal structure in place, and some countries like the United States have to develop that, right? So we're excited to see what they do. We want to learn from them, and if there's good ideas in other countries, we want to help those ideas get shared between them.
All right. Thank you very much. Before you leave, though, coming up very soon, in about 2 weeks, is another event. You want to tell us about the special event?
Yeah. We're excited to welcome a lot of our U.S. teams to Norway at the World Jump Rope Championships 2019. It's our last World Jump Rope Championships, so that's an exciting and a little sad at the same time it's an end of an era in the sport, and we're excited to be there with many of you to enjoy it together. And it'll be the last time we use the existing rules and use the World Jump Rope banner, so we hope to see many of you there.
That's right. It's the end of an era, but the beginning of a new and even better era, the united world of jump rope. All right. Well, thank you very much, Andre. It was great talking to you and great learning about IJRU.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right. Next, we have an athlete who just competed on the floor. Can you breathe?
I can maybe breathe a little bit.
All right. He can breathe good enough. That's all we need. So what event did you just do?
I just did, I think, 3-minute.
Remember, it feels like 3 weeks speed. That's the one that you just did. All right. And did you show off your 3-minute speed face?
I gave my best 3-minute smile that I could to try to get the presentation.
For all of those that don't know, that was just a joke. There is not a presentation score on your 3-minute speed. So Zach, 3 minutes is a very long time. How do you train to jump rope for 3 minutes?
Okay, so for 3 minutes, I train by mostly beaded rope jumping, because that gets the endurance, and then you work on the speed through just 30-second sprints with your speed rope, and then every once in a while you can put them together and get a beautiful 3 minute.
You say every once in a while. How often are you doing a 3-minute speed with your wire rope?
Maybe once every 2 months.
But how often are you training for the speed event with the endurance and the speed with the shorter bursts?
Yes, with endurance and the 30-second speed, so with the beaded rope about every night or every other night at practice, and then with the speed rope probably 3 times at practice. So not just taking every 2 months to start training. It's training between, then every 2 months-ish you run it.
That's right. And Zach, a lot of people recognize you here by your blue hair, by your social media presence. What is your social media?
Yes, so you can find my Instagram at Zach_Strum, ZAC_STRUM.
And the people want to know, what is the story with the blue hair?
So about 6 years ago, I started dyeing my, actually more than 6 years ago. I've always dyed my hair since I was a child. And then blue was just the color that stuck in my hair the best, so I could go long spans of competition without having to re-dye it.
Fair enough. So you said it's been going on for more than 6 years. Is this something that started before you were jump roping? How long have you been jump roping?
I have been jump roping for 9 or 10 years, one of those numbers.
And I understand that you've been with a lot of teams in that time. Do you want to share which teams you've been a part of in the past and who you're jumping with now?
Okay, so Bouncing Bulldogs, Super Skippers, Skipsations, Hot Dog USA, Hop Skip Jump, this year Summerwind, and Jump Pro.
You've been all over the place. So that last name right there, Jump Pro, this is relatively new as a team, right? Do you want to tell us anything about that?
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago, I started an Instagram account called Jump Pro to help share just jump rope videos I filmed, because that's my other hobby, videography. And then it slowly turned into competing as a team and starting to make clothing of sorts and just videos and all that fun stuff. Now we host workshops and put on community classes in our area.
That's some really awesome stuff, Zach. And I understand 3 Minute was not the only event you're doing today, right? You had a lot of speed events back to back, and you're not done yet. Is your single rope freestyle your next event?
Yes.
So we watched your freestyle earlier this weekend, and there's a lot of crazy stuff in it. Before you go out there, are you nervous?
I am normally a bit nervous before I go out, because if I mess up, it's not so fun on my hands or my head. So I have to run through to my head a lot and press my hands on the ground really hard a few times.
What tricks specifically are you most nervous about?
Probably just the first and second trick of my routine, the first 2 tricks in it. So we'll see.
The first 2 tricks. So later when Zach is watching, pay careful attention to those first 2 tricks, all right? They're going to be very crazy. And so those are the ones you're most nervous about. What are the ones you're most excited to show off?
The first 2 tricks.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Zach. Good luck on your freestyle. Go warm up, rest up. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Zach is wild. If you've never seen him jump, this dude is outside of his mind. The stuff that he tries, you cannot miss his routine. Just to give you, I mean, hopefully you can watch this entire event, but if you have to go in and out, he is going to be going in his freestyle. Let me just check this out. Looks like he's going around heat number 28. Let me see. Oh, first freestyle is going to be heat number 10. So there are actually going to be, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to be about heat number 19 for the freestyle. So got about 18 other freestyles. All those freestyles are going to be amazing. Got some really good ones. Just scanning through the list right here. Susanna Lacey from Jump Row is amazing. Got a lot of carry super skippers. Some jump company in here. Cynthia Praisewater, that's definitely one you want to watch. Ooh, Lauren Ellis. So she is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lauren Ellis is going to be the 6th freestyle that we'll see today. She is really young and really strong, and just somebody who like really thinks outside of the box with a lot of her rope manipulation, and even like the way that she approaches strength moves and strength combinations. She incorporates wraps and releases into her strength combination, which is always really cool to see people combining elements like that. Anyways, really quick, just back to Zach for a second. As I was saying, he is just out of his mind with a lot of the stuff that he tries. I talked to him earlier this week before the event about where he pulls inspiration from. He does a lot of martial arts, so he pulls some inspiration from some of the moves there. He also talked about sort of viewing the rope as an extension of your body. He says in martial arts training, the weapon that you're using is sort of supposed to be viewed as an extension of your body, and it moves with your body. It moves where your body wants it to move. And so he tries to do that with jump rope, and it's very clear when you watch him jump that he's not so much thinking in terms of, oh, this is an EB, this is a toad, this is a very specific skill. He's just thinking of, how can I move my body around, and the rope will follow what I'm doing. So definitely check that one out. Another thing I wanted to hit on really quick, and also I'm about to be joined by my co-host, Devin Meek, who has been crushing these interviews. What's up, Devin?
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
I'm back. I'm back in the booth.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a great time talking to the athletes, talking to Andre about IJRU, and I'm ready to watch these awesome freestyles.
Yeah, good stuff. I was just talking about Zach and how completely outside of his own mind he is. Like, he's not even, here's his mind, and then maybe a mile away is his body. They don't operate together, really. He's just going wild.
That's right. And actually, I was talking to him earlier this week, and I remember on your interview with him on Let's Jump LA, there was a brief anecdote where he was talking about the tricks that he enjoys the most are the ones where it looks like he might die.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely get to see some of those, especially that first and second trick. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, when you watch him jump, it's just like, it reminds me of like Tony Hawk doing, huge air tricks, or just the most ridiculous, acrobat. Who was the guy he talked about who's like a tricker? Pasha.
Pasha Petkins on Instagram is Pasha the Boss, is a huge inspiration. Not so much just the flips, but the idea that the style of the movement is very unique and unlike anybody else. It's unlike what anybody else is doing. It's really what it is.
Yeah. Zach's a great example of, we talked about this a little bit before, but a great example of somebody who's pulling inspiration from sort of non-traditional aspects of performance art. So he's looking to trickers, he's looking at dance, he's looking at martial arts, and I would encourage any jumpers who are watching or listening to kind of get outside of only watching videos of jump rope routines, because that's what all the other athletes are watching, and if you're only watching that, your style is going to be very similar and develop in similar ways to other jump rope athletes. But start looking for unique inspirations. Look at people who are doing yo-yo work, people who are juggling. Look at marching bands and the formations they go through. Listen to music you wouldn't normally listen to, and try to pull any kind of inspiration that you might from those things.
That's right. And Zach isn't the only jumper we're going to see today who's really been exemplifying that attitude. Lauren Ellis is also another great example. You'll see she draws a lot from performance gymnastics. You'll see some other tricks that look like it could be pulled from yo-yo. We'll see some really neat tricks that come up very soon. Things that I haven't seen anybody else do, and her style is just so unique and exciting to watch.
Yeah, Tori Boggs is in the building. Anytime she is here, you know it's going to be a good show. She's one of the best performers. She's had a lot of experience, especially in recent years, performing with Cirque. And so in addition to being one of the strongest and most creative jumpers out there, her performance and the way that she is pointing her toes, the way she's smiling, the way she's turning, it's all very, very theatrical and really, really great to watch.
Mm-hmm. And she has a lot of experience doing a show, several Cirque shows, one of which was actually in this building beforehand.
Hey-o.
I was just talking to Zach right before his interview. He was telling me that at this very stage, he watched in years past older jumpers do a show, Cirque Dreams Holidays.
Shout out to Cirque Dreams Holidays and those outfits. Big old hats. We took the hats off before we jumped. Did you do Cirque Dreams?
I did. I did the one we had reindeer antlers though.
Oh
Some really short ones.
Cirque Dreams was a good time. Okay, we're starting off single rope freestyle. First up is
Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie Kim from Carey Super Skippers.
Oh, I'm very excited to see Ellie. I was very impressed with her routine. It was one of the cleaner routines from yesterday. Yes, yesterday was single rope. 2 days ago. This competition.
Yeah, it's so cool to see the younger jumpers really just stepping up to this challenge and just thriving in the spotlight. Like, this is a huge stage.
She is all smiles.
She's ready to go.
Freestyle event. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
All right, starting off with an aerial.
A double under down to the crab.
Yes.
Oh, nice release.
Love releases and strength combinations.
Start off with a clean strength combination.
Oh, good.
Those are quads, now some triple unders.
Yep. Leg crosses, rotations, always good.
All right.
Little miss there. She got out of it. Got a rope drop.
Oh.
Nice, press to handstand. That Mick triple release is a risky one. Double under frog out of multiples,
Very strong.
always good.
2 in a row. Mixing in some crosses with her power skills is very impressive.
Nice backwards
Oh,
multiples.
a very
That was-
interesting
yeah.
multiple and a very interesting power trick.
Yes, the elbow frog. Yeah, I really like all the crosses.
Some things we don't see very often in jump rope. Oh, she jumped that a few more times than normal.
All right, good routine. The misses obviously are going to really hurt the score, but some really cool, unique things in there.
Her routine certainly stood out in my mind.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I did not see this routine in prelims, but anyone who learns from Tori is probably going to be pretty solid.
Jump Company USA themselves have all had some very clean routines, especially their group events. You can tell that they're very well rehearsed, very well practiced, and
Yeah.
I think we're about to see that.
Freestyle event. Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
Starting with the music.
Good, some
Oh.
nice leg cross triples and quads.
Oh, yeah.
Side cross EB. Oh, backwards double under CL, that's a good one.
Right out of that round off. More crosses. Oh, very technical
Ah.
skills. Very high risk skills. Oh, very nice inverse BC triple under.
There we go.
A clean catch right on the handle. We love to see it.
Right to a one-handed frog. Yeah, the releases and routines can be really risky, especially if you're a little nervous.
Another clean catch.
There we go. All right, come on.
There we go. Wow.
All right, good ending. You notice a lot of the competitors are using different types of ropes. Some are using beaded, some are using licorice, some short-handled, some long-handled. It really just comes down to preference. What do you jump with, Devin?
As I like to tell everyone, beaded rope gang till I die.
Yes, hashtag beaded rope gang.
Yeah, big fan of the beaded ropes. Beaded ropes tend to cater more towards those who are doing a lot of technical skills, things like releases and things that require more rope control. Whereas you'll see a lot more of the people who are doing power tricks use a licorice rope or wire rope. The long handles versus short handles, again, long handles can help a lot more with crosses, and short handles, I would say, benefit the control for releases. So.
Yeah, anytime I'm teaching, I always start off my kids with short-handled beaded, because I feel like if you start off with long-handled, okay, great, we've got Susanna coming up. If you start off with long-handled, you're kind of learning sort of a cheating way of doing it. Makes it a lot easier.
And it'll make the crosses easier later once you switch to long-handled.
Yeah, beaded's also heavier, so if you can do quads with beaded, it's super easy with licorice.
Coming up next, we have Susanna, coming all the way from Idaho.
Yeah, she's jumping with Jump Pro today, but I believe, is she a summer wind skipper?
She is a summer wind skipper. Another team that has been known for their strong freestyles, very well rehearsed, very clean routines.
Yeah, currently coached by Kelsey Moe, who is just a legend in the sport, one of the strongest jumpers. And you definitely see her influence on all of her younger jumpers, especially Susanna.
Judges ready, jumpers ready, set.
Nice, some quads, very
Very strong
powerful.
quads.
Super clean too. Leg cross triples.
Very nicely done.
Round off backwards TJ.
Oh, the TS multiples.
Nice.
That's tricky.
Good. Starting off clean, really strong. Love that go-go in there. Almost recovered from that. Not too bad.
Oh.
Yeah, that MIG 360 is a really tricky one to catch every time.
Oh,
there
but
it
she
is.
got it
Oh,
there.
yes. That looks really good when it works.
Behind
Nice.
the back Mick, incredible.
Those are tough. You don't have a lot of control when your hands
I like
behind your
that
back.
catch there.
Yeah.
The backward TS, very technical. Is that an elephant?
I think so, in a split, yeah. Nice.
Impressive.
Good. A lot of unique combinations. One-handed frog. Nice. Good ending.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, one or two misses.
One or two, but all the tricks that were there were very strong and without a doubt very clean. Great job, Susanna. Coming up next, I believe we have Andrea. Yes, Andrea Fortunato from the Carey Super Skippers.
Mentioned this earlier, but the Carey Super Skippers just celebrated their 25th anniversary of the team. Been around for a good while now.
I've had the pleasure this year of working a few times with Andrea, and I've been very impressed with her skills and the uniqueness of her style. She's taken a liking to floaters.
Yes.
And I'm hoping we will see a few in this routine.
If you don't know, my co-host Devin Meek is like the best floater person in the world.
A floater is a special kind of jump rope release where the rope does not actually turn in the air, giving a little floating effect.
So we'll look for those in this routine.
There it is.
There's a floater.
There's one.
Good. Just kind of hovers there in the air. Nice. Those backwards.
That was technical.
Yeah. Backwards leg cross doubles.
Oh, yes.
Very
Also
nice.
very technical. That spin landing in that low position. It's tricky
Little-
to get your weight right.
Little bobble there, but she recovered quickly. Leg cross quads. Always good.
Another great recovery right into
yeah,
that.
really
CL
good
multiple.
recoveries. TJ to AS, that's a good one. Backwards two-footed frog.
Looking very strong with these power moves.
Double and a frog, always good.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of good movement. She's been all over the floor.
Super strong front flip. Oh, an interesting little
Yeah.
wrap there. I don't think I've seen that one before. And another very clean catch on the release there.
Ah, that was the Martin caboose, little catch on her foot. It's where you jump the caboose, come out of it forwards. Miss here. See if she can get out of it.
All right. She'd be very close to going over time, but that's good that she filled in the time nicely. The routines here are between 45 seconds and 1:15 seconds. So there's a whole lot of extra room to fill versus for the score. If you go all the way to 1:15 versus somebody who went to 45 seconds, your score is probably going to be higher just due to the amount of tricks that you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the point deduction is for a mistake currently?
I know that the point deduction varies based on whether or not it's a minor or major mistake. So
Mhm.
those handle drops we see are definitely going to hurt more than something like a simple bobble where she recovered right into a multiple,
Yeah.
like what we just saw Andrea do there.
Okay, Lauren, super excited to see this routine.
As am I. I saw her routine earlier this weekend. She had a few bobbles there, so hopefully she'll redeem herself here and hit this one clean because she has some crazy stuff in here, some